Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Guess who just got back from Disney on Ice? We'll talk about that in a second. But this is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, November the 17th. And for some reason, Siri thinks I'm talking to her again. But anyway, hopefully we'll be able to see comments tonight. It is Sunday, September the 7th. Why do I keep saying September? November the 17th. Sunday, November the 17th. And we literally just got back from Disney on Ice. So we got back 30 minutes ago. So somebody say something so I know that comments are working, because I'm going to need the phone too. Yay! Hi, Carla. Good, they're working. I'm going to need the phone too for what we're doing tonight, because we are going to spend not just the second half, but we're going to spend like the second 45 minutes talking about the new program, talking about WW My Way. And let's see. Hello, Carla. Hello, Rosie from California. Hello, Evie. Yeah, so we're gonna rush through. I hate to say rush through the high hellos, but we are going to. Hello, Janice, and hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. So once we get going on the new program, on the portion of the new program, I won't be able to say hi, hello anymore. Hello, Joyce. So if somebody will help me out, or if a couple of somebodies will help me out, if you see anybody that's new, hello, Claudie, and hello, Shanna. So if you see anybody, or Heidi, Shanna, that's cute, and hello, Carolou. So if you see anybody that's new. So if you see anybody pop in that says that they're new and it's their very first time, and y'all please tell me if it's your very first time. Hello, Betty. Hello, Tracy. And hello, Sandy from Northeastern Kansas. Hello, April. I'm going to need you all to help me out. So once we start talking about the new program, I'll be talking fast and furiously. Hello, Sherry from Connecticut. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Sylvia. So I'll need a couple of you all to welcome new people and to kind of keep up with each other. Hello, Kim. Hello, Kim and Kim. Kim and Kim. Yeah, dueling Kims. Aloha, Kathy. So once we get going, though, you all will need to help a little bit, if that's okay. Okay, hello, Barbara. Hello, Kathy. And hello, Carol. It has been a long time since you've been here. Hello, April. So still have on my Disney attire. Still have on my Disney earrings. Y'all can see those. Yeah, hello, Myra. Hello, Star. We literally, hello, Lise, came sliding in from Disney on Ice 30 minutes ago. Hello, Vicky. And hello, Tony Ann. Yeah, that's cute. Hello, Jennifer. Disney on Ice was fabulous. Hello, Lacey, except Alyssa has suddenly learned how to sing Let It Go. And hello, Sue from Arkansas. Hello, Sherry. So she sang Let It Go at every portion. Hello, Lisa. So Moana was out there singing, and Alyssa was singing Let It Go, Let It Go. Yeah, super cute. Hello, Tag. Hello, Karen. So yeah, Disney on Ice was fabulous. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Hello, Anita. So we just came busting in. Hello, Christy. So if I'm a little, oh, and Christy's new. So if everybody could welcome Christy, it is K-R-I-S-T-I-E. So careful how you spell it. But hello, Christy. Welcome. I hope everybody will welcome her. Hello, Tina. Hi, Robin. It has been a little while. Hello, Maria. Hello, Loretta. Oh, yes, Loretta. Thank you. We just walked in from Disney on Ice. This is actually a shirt that Casey had gotten us, but we just got back in from Disney on Ice, and y'all will be swamped with those pictures tomorrow. Hello, Gina. Hello. Let's see. Oh, y'all are saying hello to Christy. Yeah, awesome. And welcoming Sue. Awesome. Yep. Okay. No, Barbara. I didn't see Garth Brooks. I know. I'm from Tennessee. Born and raised in Tennessee, but I don't listen to country music and I don't drink sweet tea. Ew, believe it or not. Anyway, hello, Irma. Hello, Dorothy. Yeah, and hello, everybody. Okay, so it is Sunday, November, because for some silly reason I said September again, but it is November the 17th. We have a lot to talk about once we start talking. We are going to talk about the new program. We are going to talk about WW My Way. So there's a lot to talk about. So, hello, Debbie. Hello, Orlando Debbie. If you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. And if you don't want to see all the hi and hellos, just go ahead and grab that scroll bar and drag it on over to about 10 minutes. Actually, at about 6 minutes tonight is when it'll probably kind of wind down, because that's when I'll start talking about the new program. But, but there's no point in telling me if you don't want to see the hi hellos, because if you don't want to hi and hello, then you can sit quietly and just watch, or you can go find something else, because we are talking. Yeah, and you're not going to interrupt us while we're talking. So, yeah, that said, hello, everybody. Welcome. We are going to have a great time tonight. We are going to talk all about WW My Way. Hello, Kathy from Iowa. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome time. And again, if you are brand new with us, if this is your very first time here, which I have a feeling it will be, because we're already over 100 and we just started. And hello, Angela. So I have a feeling that it will be, that we will be, have some new people. So if you are brand new, hello, Joni from California, please let us know Once I start rolling on the new plan, you all are going to have to just welcome each other, and I'll try to catch back up, afterward, because once I start talking, I'm going to be talking fast. And hello, Kathleen from Australia. I have no concept. What time is it in Australia? Is it tomorrow? Or is it yesterday? I don't know. I have no idea, but welcome, Kathleen from Australia. It's so lovely to have you here. And hello, Bernice from Northeastern Texas. Oh, and Betty made that man's chicken tenderloin tonight. Awesome. Hello, Carol. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Angelia. Okay, and hello, Janet from Westerville, Ohio. Shoo! Hello, Marlene. So, we're going to have a lot to talk about tonight. Has everybody already been to a meeting? I'm just wondrous. Hello, Deborah from California. Oh, Deborah had to finish brushing her teeth. That is awesome. Hello, Elsie. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Janice let's see. Wait a minute. Janice is saying hi to Kathy. Yeah. Oh, it's Monday. Let's see. Kathleen says it's Monday morning at 11 in Australia. Monday morning at 11. I'd have to stop and do the math on that one. Okay. Yep. And let's see. Kathy is here from Las Vegas. That is awesome. I love Las Vegas. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so good. Oh, hello, Lynn. Good, Lynn's popping in. Okay, so I already see some hands going up. So who sat your bottom in a little chair last week? So who sat your bottom in a little chair last week? Let's see, Sunday through Saturday, if you sat your bottom in a little chair, so give me a thumbs up. Yep, and Barbara's bottom was in a chair, so give me a thumbs up. If you're here with us live tonight, you can do a thumbs up. Barbara and Barb both went to a meeting. And hello, Vicki from Norman, Oklahoma. Awesome. And this is Carol's weekly meeting. So if you sat in a physical meeting, so if you sat your bottom in a little chair, and I guess you could sit your bottom in a little chair while you're with us. I guess that could count. Hello, Sherry from Bettendorf, Iowa. Awesome. Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you're with us live. If you're watching this later, if you're watching it later on Facebook, or if you're watching it on YouTube, again, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Or if you're watching this later on the blog, www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, you'll just have to do a thumbs up emoji or say, yes, you did, or whatever. So it's thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a chair, if you went to a physical meeting and sat your bottom in a chair, but it's okay if you couldn't sit your bottom in a chair. So if you can't attend a physical meeting because it's too far away, you can't afford it, it's not at the right time, doesn't fit your schedule, doesn't really matter what the reason is. It's okay. It is okay if you do not attend a physical meeting, but if you did, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Looks like lots of you all did. If you attended here with us last week live, give me a heart. So it's thumbs ups for bottoms and chairs, and it's hearts for attending with us live or for doing both. And it looks like lots of you all did both. Alicia's a thumbs up, Myra's a thumbs up, Irma's me. Tony Ann did both. Sherry's a heart. Yep, Sue is online only, no close meetings. That's okay. We can be your meeting. So absolutely not a problem for us to be your meeting. We are online only for Rosie, so that's perfect. And hello, Vicki. Okay, so everybody that attended last week, Lisa is both. So whoever attended last week, whether it was with us or sat your bottom in a chair or both, and yes, I know we have over 120 something people. That is awesome. So 120 people need to know about the new program. You all get Bravo stickers. If you're new with us, the physical meetings used to hand out these little tiny Bravo stickers, and I loved them and I miss them dearly. So during our meetings, if you sat your bottom in a chair, or if you attended with us live, or if you did both, then you get a virtual Bravo sticker. So here you go. Here are your Bravo stickers for you meeting attendees. Okay, lots of y'all did your homework. Not a stellar week, but it was a pretty good week. A couple of y'all came sliding in right there at the last and turned your homework in at the very end. And hello, Tabitha. So your homework last week was to pick some of these strengths. So yeah, Loretta says it's like January. There's so many people here. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So yeah, I will mention this. We have just started working on the new IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it is very much going to be an interactive website, meaning that you will be able to get things that you can print off and use at home, and we'll have Bravo stickers. Yeah, so we will have digital Bravo stickers that you can print off and use. And I have this really strange feeling that some light somewhere is getting ready to burn out because something's making a funny noise. But anyway, we'll just hope that it's nothing really major. Okay, and hello, Mary Jo. But this was your weekly from last week. So if you attend live meetings, that was your weekly from last week. So we were to, pick some of your strengths. Pick, what some of your strengths were. So I'm going to say that everybody everybody who sat through, who was patient. Patience is one of these. Let me see. I believe that patience is one of these. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, perseverance, because you persevered and made it through to the new, you made it through to the, to the new program. And Sandra lost 3 pounds. Awesome. Perseverance, because you persevered through all of this. Honesty, because some of us had to really, really look at what we were tracking and how we were tracking and make some decisions on that. I know that Karen, Orlando, Debbie, and I all kind of had to come to grips with what we were doing and how we were tracking in order to make our decision on which plan we were going to choose. And we'll talk about that in just a second. A love of learning. This is hopefully going to be a love of learning, because you're going to learn all new stuff tonight. And bravery, because you all, so I'm picking those for us tonight. So because we're all brave enough to be here to, and Alicia says she has no patience. Yeah, you do. But we were all brave enough to show up tonight to learn what to do on the new program. So I'm going to go ahead and spend, normally we do the meetings first, and then we spend the second half on the extra credit. We're going to spend this next 50 minutes, or it's like 49 minutes. We're going to spend this next 49 minutes going over the new plan. So if you attend a physical workshop, you would have gotten one of these. This is your weekly for this week. And yes, I know it's backwards if you were attending on YouTube. And no, I didn't do my nails this week. We chose to take Alyssa to Disney on Ice instead. And literally, in case y'all just came in, we literally came back in 30 minutes before this started. So I basically just ran a brush through my hair, went potty, and came on in. Okay, but so if you attend a physical workshop, this was your weekly for this week. And the weekly this week says it's our most groundbreaking customized program ever. So I have been doing WW, Weight Watchers WW, for 25 years, almost 25 years, because Casey's getting ready to be 26. So, oh, wait a minute. Loretta says she made a new color purple, and it's all the chocolate and pizza you want. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the Yum Yum program, not part of the weight loss and wellness program. But anyway, this is groundbreaking. So I come from back in the days when we had to eat tuna every week. You were supposed to eat liver. I never ate liver. I've been through several, I don't even know how many, I should count them up sometime, but we had one time where we had these little sliders, and you were only allowed to eat things if you could find them on the slider. We've done fat and fiber, where you only counted fat and you only counted fiber. We had years where you had to check off little boxes, so you had to eat like 5 vegetables and 3 fruits and 8 glasses of water, and you had all these little boxes that you had to check off. They are serious when they say this is the most groundbreaking ever. This has the most science behind it. It has the most, I know we're going to talk about the size of the book in a second, Lisa, but anyway, but anyway, so this is the most groundbreaking. It is the most science behind it, the most wellness behind it, and Alicia has me beat, because her first meeting was in 1974. You definitely, how you're not that old. What were you like, how old would you have been? Like 10? Were you 10 when you went to your first meeting? But anyway, so this is the most groundbreaking, but it is a lot of information. So hello Rita. So who's confused? Is there anybody out there that's confused about the new WW My Way? Even if you're not confused, even if you're not super confused, even if you're just a little bit confused, or if you just really want to, hear more about it, tonight's the night. And we are going to spend the entire rest of this time. So we've got 46 minutes that we get to spend on all of this. Okay, so everybody hang on. If you're super confused, hello Sandra from Chicago. So if you're super confused, so if you're up here super confused, I hope, oh my gosh, Bernice thinks she still has her slider. That's hilarious. I actually may have one somewhere. But anyway, if you're super confused up here, I'm hoping that you're going to be, by the time we leave. If you're just on the fence about what you want to do, I want you to be over the fence. I want you to be on the right side of the fence. Hello, my Christy, when we get done. But I want everybody to be comfortable when we get done, okay? And if you are not, at least you couldn't be 20, but you couldn't have been 20 back then. But anyway, I want everybody to feel comfortable when they get done. If I'm going too fast, attempt to get my attempt to get my attention and slow me down. But if not, it won't be today, but at some point tomorrow, I will scroll back through and look at every single one of your comments, because I want all of the people who are super confused to be pretty comfortable by the time we get done tonight. And I want everybody who is who's kind of on the fence to know which side of the fence you're going to be on by the time we get done. Okay, so everybody promise me you will not leave tonight without asking me if you are confused, even if we're at the very end. You know, you can comment after this is over. Even if you think of something at 3 o'clock this morning, you know, you can ask me later. Okay, so this was the new weekly for this week. So the new weekly, they ask you to do 3 things, just 3 things with this new program. One, that you wait, Lisa and Jerry, is that the Lisa and Jerry that I think you all are? Okay, I just realized who you all were. Anyway, okay, 1, learn your 0-point foods. Okay, we're going to go over that here in just a few minutes. 2, commit to tracking. Some of y'all might not have to track. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. And 3, tap into community. Okay, you are tapping into community now. So attend these. So attend our lives. You can go back and watch this over and over and over again. I actually taught John how to do something this week that it hadn't occurred to me, or maybe it has, and I just haven't been as vocal about it. So John has been listening to, or he's been watching a Robert Morris Bible study, and he loves it, but he has a 45-minute drive to commute to and from work every day now, because he's working for me, and of course I've shipped him off. And he's been trying to listen to the same ones over and over again. So listen to what I'm saying about this. I showed him how to put Robert Morris on YouTube, put the YouTube on, and don't turn his phone where he can see it, you know, while he's driving, but to plug it in either through the jack, or he can do it over Bluetooth, and he can listen to the same one over and over and over again. So you don't have to see me, you do not have to be able to see my face to listen to this. So if you're still confused, or if you just need to go back and listen to something else, or if you're sharing this with somebody that you know will not sit and watch for an hour, they don't have an hour, because this is going to take an entire hour, don't have an hour to watch, then please encourage them or yourself. You can listen to it while you're working out. You can listen to it while you're riding in the car. You can listen to it while you're riding on the subway. And I've got a couple of people that ride the train into work, train, subway into work. Listen to it. You can listen to it. You don't have to watch it, but you can just listen. Okay, I got people that listen at work. I've got people that listen, they put one earbud in one ear, and they're listening to their boss with the other ear. So watch it as many times as you need to. It's free. There's no reason, you know, you're not paying for it. It's absolutely free. So there's no reason to leave here confused. You can listen to it over and over and over again. Okay, so first things first, this is your new success planner. So if you attend a physical workshop, this is what the new success planner looks like. They're huge. They're absolutely huge. The one that we've had for years, I think it's been years, they fit in your purse. They are this size. So this is the size of the one that we've had. So I had my planner, I had my card. These are our little stickers that we were getting for our Countdown to 2020 challenge. My money, you know, if I need some money. Anyway, this is what size it was. They're huge now. But, you know, like everybody else, I had to get my panties out of a wad. So Mary Jo's exactly right. You can't lose it. You can't lose it now. I think I'm going to be less likely to forget it, because sometimes I forget this one if I take it out of my bag. But it does have many more places to write, which I think is big. Is good. I think they are trying to do these. I do not like the fact that she misspelled my name, but that's okay. I'm just kidding, Debbie. I still love you. But it has. They're encouraging us to write more in it. So they've had little things for us to do in the small ones, but I think because they were so small, people were not taking advantage of that. I think this is meant to be more like a journal. So your week is in here, and so if you attend a physical workshop, you are going to, oh, and Carol says it's a good excuse to buy a bigger purse, true. So if you attend a physical workshop, you're going to get one of these, and you're going to get your sticker, or some places just write it in. Hello, Mindy. Just write it in. So you're going to have journaling space. So I think I think that they're trying to get us to use this more like a journal, because if we'll write down all those little things that we, that we're thinking about. So this says, like reflecting back, what's something you felt really good about this week? How did things go? Looking ahead, notes from our workshop. This space is for you to write down, anything that you want to. If you want to write down your food, if you want to write down how you're feeling, I think they're really encouraging us to use these as a journal. So as big as it is, and as much as I didn't think I liked how big it was, I do think I'm going to really like it being more like a journal. So, okay, so that is your new book. This is the new program book. We've called them, I don't know, they've called the books all different things, but it is the same size. So I have not checked yet to see if there's any kind of a little notebook that you could slip this into or whatever, but it is the same size. And the Countdown to 2020 challenge is a little bit smaller, but all the materials are bigger. They're all bigger because normally what we get filled out, for a charm is a lot smaller than that. So, okay. So let's just start at the beginning. First thing, we're going to touch these again in just a few minutes. But the first thing I want you to do, I want everybody to breathe. A lot of y'all don't like change. I don't mind change. Really doesn't bother me. Sometimes I get perturbed, but overall I just really don't mind it. So you need to breathe, and I'm going to tell you how to get one in a second, Angelia. So everybody just breathe. Okay. It's okay. It is okay. Okay. So the first thing is, you want me to get some water? Okay, Barbara says it's time for water, so I'll get a sip of water. Okay, the first thing is, you all have seen Teams. So if you're on Connect, if you're on here, if you're on Instagram, wherever you're at, if you are doing any kind of social media or keeping up with any of this on social media, YouTube, whatever, you have seen teams, people dividing up into teams. Team green, team blue, and team purple. We're going to talk about team green, team blue, and team purple. But I want to remind everybody first, you can be on any team. You can be on one team one week and another team the next week. I'm going to encourage you to stay on the same team for 2 weeks if you can, just to try it out, see how you like it, make sure before you get drafted. But you can be on any team. You can peek at the plays for the other teams, and I'll show you how in a few minutes. But no team is going to win, okay? All teams are created equally. We just have different tools to play with, but no team is going to win. So if you're on team blue and I'm on team green and somebody else is on team purple, that does not mean that one of us is going to lose weight faster. That does not mean that one of us is going to have better success. It's whatever is best for us. So you're going to want to pick a team that is best for you, okay? So I'll put it in another post. This is WW my way. It's WW your way. It's WW her way, his way, all of our way. So you've got to pick the one that's best for you. And thank y'all for the thumbs ups and the hearts. But you got to pick the one that's best for you. So I have chosen Team Green, and I will tell you why in a few minutes. But I have chosen Team Green. It doesn't mean that I won't switch back and forth occasionally as the situation dictates. But I will explain why I have chosen for now Team Green. So you'll see me tag things, some things Team Green, but just know if somebody says, I'm Team Blue, or I'm Team Purple, whatever, that doesn't mean that they're not on your team, okay? So everybody needs to play on the same team. Okay, the second thing is, if you can, if at all possible, and I know it is impossible for some people, but if at all possible, try to attend a physical meeting. And the reason I'm saying that is, that's the only way that you're going to get this material. You can't order this. You can't buy this. You can't beg, borrow, or steal one of these. And yeah, Rosie's exactly right. What everybody needs to stay focused on is it's their journey. It is their journey. But you can't get one of these if you don't go to a physical workshop. If you go to a physical workshop, though, and you want the material, oftentimes I encourage you to go to physical workshops, and I encourage you to go and not pay, just to attend one, just to hear. If you want materials, please pay for the materials. This is the only thing I'm going to ask you to pay for if you attend a physical workshop. And the reason I'm saying that is the leaders of these workshops, I know especially in our area, we're a franchise market, they have to pay for everything. So I would not want you to go in and take advantage of them, just because you thought because you thought WW as some big nebulous was making all this money and could afford to give you a free book. It's not WW paying for this book. So I just want you to know that in some meetings, they may not all be that way, but I know in the franchise meetings, they have to pay for the materials, they pay for their stickers, they order all of their stuff. So if you go to one, I highly encourage you to attempt to go to one. And you don't have to go to one like this week. I mean, if you have an opportunity, if you happen to be traveling, if you're not near one or whatever, I do encourage you to try to go to one though, just so you can get this material. Because again, you can't buy this. I'm sure on the black market they'll be available eventually. But if you can go to a meeting, please go and please get one. Things like this. Watching how much a meeting is. Margie wants to know how much a meeting is. It is dependent upon your area. So I have no idea how much meetings are in every single area. So you could go and join one time. You can go and attend one meeting. You are literally going to have to check your area. They are different. It's different everywhere. I think we even have different types of meetings even in our state. So I would not venture to guess, how much it's going to be. Sorry. But you can call WW. You can check online. You can go online, you can check with a coach, with a wellness coach. There's all kinds of ways that you can find out, how much that meeting would be. And you can also find out whether or not, they're paying, for their materials. Okay, things like this, watching this, sharing this, watch it again, listen to it again. Just make sure you have all the information. It can be confusing. It doesn't have to be confusing. Okay, the next thing is understanding the plan. So this is the part where I need you all to sit down, be quiet. I sent John and Alyssa away because I need you all to sit down and be quiet. No watching football games right now. No playing on your phone. I need you all to listen because somebody's gonna ask me these questions during this live chat. Someone will ask me one of these questions that I'm getting ready to say. Okay, so stick with me. Okay, and Lynn's exactly right. Your app has everything in it. It's just not in a neat little. But your app has all of this information. It's just not in a cute little huge book. A cute little huge book. Okay, and Sandra is ready. Okay, green. I'm going to start with green. Only because that's the team that I'm on today. Oh, I'm sorry. And Debbie reminded me that there was an open house Saturday for the WW Studios, but no franchises were included. So if you go to one that's not a franchise, they didn't have those this week. Okay, green. I have nicknamed these. We had 150 people. Awesome. Thank you, Myra. But I have nicknamed these for cities. I've not nicknamed them. Like, I'm not going to continue to call them this, but I tried to wrap my head around something that would be very descriptive of them. So I'm going to say that green, and these are all cities that I've visited, so, I'm just not just making this up, but I'm going to say green reminds me the most of, like, New York City. So the people that are going to be on Team Green, it's going to be more hustle and bustle. It's going to be more convenience things. New York City, you can get anywhere, everywhere, public transportation as fast as you need to go. Lots of things to do, lots of things to get done. You have access to things, but but you're busy. You're not just, taking time to maybe cook and prep and do things like that. But there's lots of restaurants to choose from. It's just lots of hustle and bustle. So green is the most like Smart Points-ish. It's very similar to Smart Points. It's a little off from Points Plus, if anybody remembers that plan. It's not too far off, but it is the most like the plan that we were just on before we started Freestyle, which was called Smart Points. So there are 100 0-point foods. All of those 0-point foods are either a fruit or a vegetable, a non-starchy fruit or a vegetable. There are no non-fruit or vegetable 0-point foods on green. Okay? Green is only fruits or vegetables. I don't want to see 3 questions down from now. What are those 0-point foods on green? Or is chicken breast on green? Green is the only 0-point foods. There's a little over 100 0-point foods on green, but it is only non-starchy fruits and vegetables. Okay? You get the minimum per day is 30. So if you're like 6'6" and you weigh 300 pounds, do not panic. You're not going to get 30 points. I do not know how many points you're going to get because it depends on your age, your weight, your height, I think, and if you're male or female, if you're nursing, not nursing. There's a whole lot of things, a whole lot of math that goes into that. but the minimum, the least that you would get for daily points is 30, and then you get 36 weeklies, and you do get rollovers. We didn't have rollovers before when we were on Points Plus, but you get rollovers, so up to 4 points per day can roll over to be used during that week. So dailies are to be used every day. If you don't use all of your dailies, 4 of them could roll over each day. No egg whites. No, that's not, Lorelai, that is, I'm sorry to call you out, but honey, no, on green, it is non-starchy fruits and vegetables. Egg whites, if you had it's a 1/4 of a cup or something like that, that's because of the calories. It's not, egg whites themselves are not a 0 point, no. Egg whites themselves are not a 0 point food. Please do not distract her. Please don't confuse her. Hold on, let me tell you. Just please listen to me. That's why people are getting confused. And I'm not angry with you. Just please listen to me. Egg whites are not a 0 point food, okay? This is a 0 point food. If you have 1 of these, it's 0. If you have 12 of these, it's 0. Egg whites are not a 0 point food. Egg whites are, let me find them. And I did not mean to get distracted off on this, but this is exactly where I was afraid that we were going to get, the people were going to get confused. So egg whites themselves, 1 egg white is 0. 2 egg whites is 0. 3 egg whites is 1. Okay, it is not a 0 point food. If you have, let's see, if you have a tablespoon of egg whites is 0, 2 tablespoons of egg whites is 0, 3 is 0. But if you get up to 6 tablespoons of egg whites, it is 1 point. Okay, so it is not a 0 point food. It might be 0 points depending on how many, how much of it you have, but it is not a 0 point food. So please don't assume because something is 0 in a small quantity that it is a 0 point food. Okay, so there are 100 0 point foods on green. They are all a vegetable or a fruit. Anything else, even if it is 0 for a small amount, it will eventually have points. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm not fussing at anybody. I just don't want to confuse you all because I have seen people do that, go, oh, that's 0, and then they think it's 0 from here on out. So it is not. So the minimum is 30 per day, 36 weeklies, up to 4 points rollover per day, and your blue dot range. So that was a big question, was how are we going to get blue dots? The blue dot range now, which blue dots are your healthy eating zone. The blue dot range now is 13 points under, or up to 8 points over. So anything 13 under up to 8 over, you will still get a blue dot. So on green, if you were at the minimum, if you were on the minimum, it is the minimum. If you were on the minimum number of points, the blue dot range for green is 17 to 38. So if you ate as few as 17 points or as many as 38 points, in a day, you would still earn your blue dot. Okay. Team blue reminds me of Orlando. So there's still lots to do. There's plenty to see, and whatever. But you also have access to a lot of things. Like there's 4 Publix grocery stores, like 2 Trader Joe's, 2 Walmarts, a Costco, whatever, within driving distance, in Orlando. So you have access to a lot of things. You're not having to take public transportation like we were taking in New York. You have access to a lot of things. There are a lot of places in Orlando, especially at the Disney campground, where we can prep, some of our meals. We can cook some when we're at home. We're not having to eat out as much. So I equate blue to that. Blue is freestyle. It is freestyle, no changes. It is freestyle that we have been doing up until last week, and some of you are probably still doing. I know tons of people that were and are still being very successful on freestyle. So just as a reminder, and especially if you're new, but just as a reminder, Team Blue, which is freestyle, has at least 200 0 point foods, which is all of the 0 point foods from the green team. So blue has all of those, so all of the non-starchy fruits and vegetables. And okay, I thought Joyce was asking a question, but she's going blue. She's raising her hand for blue. Sorry, it's all of the non-starchy fruits and vegetables from the green team, plus, okay, and Debbie says there are 6 Publix, Target, and Walmart within walking distance of her. Yeah, that's why that's perfect for blue. Orlando's perfect for blue. There are 200 0-point foods though. So you add, I'll talk on another page about, I'll talk later about what you add, what's in the 0-point foods. So let's not get distracted on 0-point foods right now. This is just explaining what the different points are, but it's 200 plus 0-point foods, 23 minimum. So if you're at the minimum dailies, that's 23. And again, the taller you are, your age is going to play a lot of difference. Your, the activity level, your current weight. Sadly, as you lose weight, that's the only. It's not bad, but that's the only, whatever to losing weight is that your points will go down. But the minimum that you will have is 23. 23 minimum per day, 36 weeklies. Again, 4 rollovers per day. So if you don't eat all of your points every day, then during that week, you can roll over up to 4, and your app should automatically do that for you. The blue dot range for blue, the blue dot range for blue is a minimum of 10 points. So if you eat anywhere from 10 points to 31 points, you're still going to earn your blue dot. Purple, Team Purple, woo, we're my Team Purple girls, reminds me of Bar Harbor. So Bar Harbor, Maine, we love, but there ain't nothing near anything. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it is so laid back, but there's nothing around you. You really have to plan ahead a little bit. You've really got to think about where you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, what you're going to do, because there's just not, you're not inundated with all these stores. I mean, we pretty much every day had to drive back out to Bangor because you just have to really plan. And we went on a little sightseeing trip one day and really started to get panicky because we didn't pack any food with us, and it was me, John, and Casey, and we didn't. Oh, and I think we had my mom with us, and we didn't pack any food. And there wasn't like a Kroger, on every block. I mean, I actually had to Google somewhere to find food. McDonald's was closed. There wasn't there just weren't any fast food places. So anyway, purple. So wasn't much fast food. Bar Harbor wasn't much fast food. Had to really think ahead for what you were going to eat. Really laid back though, you weren't in a hurry, not in a hurry to do anything. You could just kind of, relax, but you could plan ahead a little bit. So purple is the most like Simply Filling or Core. I don't know how many of you all have been around long enough to call it Core, but when Core first came out, it was with Points Plus, and then it went away for a little while, and people had a meltdown. I mean, like an epic meltdown. So they brought it back as Simply Filling. So Simply Filling has 300 plus. It has the most 0-point foods. There are over 300 0-point foods, and we'll talk about those in just a second. The minimum per day is 16. So it was 30 on green was the minimum, 23 was the minimum on blue, 16. So it has the most 0-point foods. It has the least minimum points. So 16. Hello, Cheryl. Has 16 minimum per day, 36 weeklies, you can roll over up to 4 points per day, just like you can on the other 2 plans. The blue dot range is 3 to 24. And I'm just giggling because I've never, ever, ever in my life, ever had a 3-point day. Ever. But anyway, so nothing wrong with it. I'm just giggling because I've never had a 3-point day. Okay. So, how are the smart points calculated? A lot of people say, oh, they changed the way smart points are calculated. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Nothing went up in points. Nothing went up in points. Some things are 0 now just because they're graded as 0. Hey, Cheryl. Because they're graded as 0. It doesn't mean the calories changed. They didn't change at all. The fat didn't change, the fiber didn't change, the blah, 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 blah. The other nutritional value did not change. So how are the smart points calculated? They are, the old calories in, calories out thing. It is calories in, calories out. But some people's bodies do react better or differently to different kinds of calories. Some people are on a different journey. Some people are on a vegetarian or a vegan journey. Some people are on a strict wellness journey. Some people are on a whole foods journey. So they had to really take into consideration all of that, because our bodies are not all the same, okay? They're not all the same. We're not all the same height. We're not all the same weight. We're not all the same build. We're not all the same hair color, although we could be if everybody went to my hairstylist. But anyway, okay, so they are calories. It is calorie based in the beginning. So remember back in the day when we were talking about eating 3 tunas and 2 livers and whatever, or the slider or whatever, that had nothing to do with calories. It was some kind of weird math that I don't really understand. So this is calorie. It starts with calories. So it's calories are the baseline, and then saturated fats make the points go up. So whatever the baseline calories are, saturated fat would add points to it. Sugars add points to it. Protein takes points away. So the higher something is in, say, either saturated fat or sugar or both, the higher the points are going to be. The higher it is in protein, the lower the saturated fat and sugar, but the higher the protein, the lower the points are going to be. The only exception to that is things that are considered a high abuse food, like nuts. Those might get a little, be graded a little higher, just because most people, I'm not saying all people, most people are not counting out nuts or measuring out nuts. But things that are high abuse foods, and I'm not just picking on nuts, but things that are high abuse foods might be graded a little heavier, just because they're much more likely to be, shake, shake, pop, shake, shake, pop, Okay. So smart points are still calculated exactly the same. So if you took even if something is zero smart points on whichever plane you're on, green, blue, or purple, even if it's 0 smart points, if you just took it and put it in a calculator, and if you put in the calories, if you calculated it, in your app, did the calories, it might still come up with points, because a calculator doesn't know that it was designated as a 0-point food in your plan, in the plan that you're in. So you just need to be really careful and cautious with that. The only good news is if you did put it in and it came up with points, you're going to be calculating that you ate too many points and not too few points, which isn't terrible. I mean, other than for your, sanity. But anyway, okay. So what do you need to buy? Do you need to buy a new calculator? Are there new books to buy? Is there new materials to buy? Whatever. No, you don't have to buy anything. So you do not have to buy. Hello, Joyce from west of Ann Arbor. You don't have to buy anything. So you don't have to get a new new calculators. You don't have to get a new phone. You don't have to buy a new app. You don't have to go buy anything. If you want to get this material, which is available in your app, in your WW app, this is all in there. It's just not already printed out in a bound book. Then no, weeklies are the same. We just went over that. The weeklies are they're 36, Michelle. But so unless you want this book, and if you get this book, if you want the printed version of this book, then I do ask that you would pay for that. Not with me, at your meeting place. But other than that, you don't need a new calculator, don't need a new phone, don't have to buy a new app, don't have to download anything new. It just is what it is. It's just the same price that you've been paying for WW, whatever it is in your area, or whatever it is for online only. Okay, so nothing new to buy. Okay, now the big question: which foods are 0 points? Which foods are 0 points? Okay, 0 points means you are not going to count them. You do not have to track them. If they're 0 points, you don't have to track them if you want to. I personally am going to say, please, until you get the hang of it, please track. Even after you get the hang of it, please track. I'm a big proponent of tracking, because tracking will let me go back and know when I had a good week, when I had a bad week. It lets me know when I'm experiencing the creep. Do y'all remember that? I'm starting to creep up on things, like, oh, well, I said I had 1 egg white today, now it's 2, and now it's 3, and now it's 4, whatever, because you lose track of stuff like that really fast. So here are the points that are 0 points. They're 0. So it means if you had 1, 2, 3, 12, don't have 12, please. That means it's still 0, okay? And if it's a 0-point food, you don't have to track it. Okay, so on Team Green, any non-starchy fruit or vegetable. So this is 0 points. This is a clementine. It's a clementine with a little button on the top. But anyway, this is a clementine. It is 0 points. Apples, bananas, green beans, non-starchy fruits and vegetables. So there is a list of the green 0 point foods. If you have this little book, if you did go to a meeting and you got this book, it's all printed on one page for you. I will retype it back up and I will post it on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com when I get all this transcribed, hopefully by the end of the week. But there are all the 0 point foods. So it is things like, this is on green only, so it's like cucumbers, endive, cilantro, mustard greens, Napa cabbage, tomatoes, turnips, water chestnut, Swiss chard, apples, applesauce, unsweetened applesauce, clementines, cranberries, dragon fruit, figs, pears, persimmons, artichoke, arugula, asparagus, bamboo shoots, bok choy, broccoli, cabbage. So things like that, butternut squash, things like that. Those are 0 points, meaning that if you have a serving or 2 servings or 3 servings, it will always be 0 points. Okay, there are no meat or tofu, no egg whites, no meat, and no dairy. None of that on green is 0. None of it. Okay, even if 1 serving equals 0, it is still not a 0 point food. If you eat enough of it, it will count. Okay, okay. Blue has the 100 0 point foods that we had from green, so it has those, and then on top of that, it includes some extra things like non-fat yogurt, tofu, some starchy vegetables, beans and legumes, peas and corn, eggs, chicken breast, turkey breast, and fish. So the list for blue is this, and yes, I know it's backwards. Okay, so the list for blue, you're going to have those same non-starchy fruits and vegetables that you had on Team Green, but you're going to add things like plain non-fat Greek yogurt, quark, whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but it's its own food group. Soy yogurt, firm tofu, silken tofu, smoked tofu, soft tofu, tempeh, canned corn, green peas, parsnips, peas, succotash. Peas seems like it's on there twice, but anyway. Then you've got all your non-starchy vegetables. Then you have things like ground chicken breast, ground turkey breast that's 98% fat-free or better, ground turkey breast, skinless chicken breast, skinless turkey breast, egg substitute, egg whites, egg yolks, eggs, and then all these kinds of fish. There's like probably 35 different kinds of fish, and then fruit. Okay, so you get all of that. So you get everything that you had on green, plus those other things that I just mentioned. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of water. It's water time before I go. Okay, Debbie says quark is a type of yogurt. That is so weird. I've never seen anything called quark. Okay, purple. Purple is everything that I just mentioned. Everything that I just mentioned. But look, here's purple. And it goes on to the second page. So purple takes up 2 pages, okay? So let's take a deep breath before we start going that. Okay, so purple has everything from green, everything from blue, plus you add whole wheat pasta and grains, a little more non-fat dairy, including cottage cheese, the Greek yogurt, the quark, the soy yogurt, potatoes, and sweet potatoes. So in purple, we have the addition of like buckwheat noodles, chickpea pasta, farro, oatmeal, oats, popcorn. That does not mean popcorn from the movie theater. Popcorn, just plain popcorn. You know, ancient grain mix, air pop popcorn, shirataki noodles, soybean pasta, all that kinds of stuff. Some more, a little bit more dairy. So you've got cottage cheese, non-fat cottage cheese. Of course, all the fish is in there, all the beans and legumes. And you've got all the fruits and everything that we had, you know, all the fruits that we had before, all the vegetables that we had before, but you also add now potatoes, sweet potatoes. So those are an addition. Okay. So there are too many of these to read off, but let me tell you some very important things. Okay, so you just had we just went through all of those extra things. So let me be very clear again. Just because a food is 0 in one serving does not mean that it is 0 going forward. You need to check your list. Please check your list. If you don't have one of these books, people have already started posting these lists online. I will post one online. So let me show you some examples. Again, with the clementine, this is a clementine. This is 0 points on green, blue, or purple. This is 0 points. This is pre-packaged tuna. This is 1 smart point on blue, 1 smart point on green, and 1 smart point on purple. I don't want to see anybody pick this up and go, oh, it's tuna. It's 0 on green and on purple. On blue and on purple. No, it's not, because this is not just tuna. This has, let's see, a little bit of sugar, modified cornstarch, water chestnuts, and it's got some other things in it. This is 1 smart point, okay? So don't pick it up thinking it's tuna and think that you're good to go on blue or purple because it's tuna. It's 1 smart point. I don't know when they're ever going to take these off of the points. You know, I'm a one-man or one-woman, I don't know, complaint department about this. Avocados, blue, green, purple, purple, green, blue, whatever order you want to put them in. A fourth of an avocado is still 3 smart points. So, and Debbie weighs hers because a fourth of what size avocado? I mean, they had avocados that were this big and this big today. So, I don't know. I think it's all relative. But my point is, this looks like a fruit, I think. This particular fruit is not on any 0 smart points. Oh, Melissa! Is not on any 0. Take a nap first because it's a long one. So this is not on any 0 points list. So please do not list this fruit as a 0 point item. Things like this, when you start thinking about which plan you want to be on, if you're like me and you're a peanut butter-aholic, things like peanut butter, this is the same. 8, 8, 8. This is 8 points no matter which plan you're on. So you got to think really hard. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from being on purple or on blue, but this is one of the reasons that I chose green. I eat a lot of peanut butter. We buy them in these little containers for the most part because I can stop at one of these containers. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. This is 8, no matter which plan it's on. So if you're doing purple and you eat a lot of peanut butter, you're going to be out of points soon. But if you don't eat a lot of peanut butter, do purple. Okay, I don't want you to be fooled by things like this. This looks all good and whole wheaty. And if you look on purple, on the side where the grains are, it has brown rice and quinoa blend, okay? So a brown rice and quinoa blend. So that, I would pick this up at the grocery store and I would go, oh, that's 0 points. But I have 4 points written on there. So I have 4 points per serving written on there. But why is that? Because this is clearly in the list as brown rice and quinoa. Okay, read this. This is white and red quinoa. There is no brown rice and just quinoa. It's not just brown rice and quinoa. So this is 4 points. I don't want y'all to pick things up and be confused because they look healthy. They look like they should be 0 on purple. On this, if you're thinking about going purple and you can control things like this, right here might be your reasoning. So this is a pretty big potato, but this on either blue or green is probably going to be like 5, maybe 6 points. Sweet potato, same thing, 5, maybe 6 points. These are both 0. These are both 0 on purple. These are a little bit bigger than a serving, so I need you to keep that in mind too, as you're planning things, but these are both 0 on purple. So if you're somebody who's wanting to do a lot of no meat meals, or if you can control yourself with these, like if you could just eat this sweet potato and be happy and move on, then purple may be the plan for you. But I just wanted you all to keep that in mind, that there are some things that are not, some things that are worth it to me, maybe wouldn't be worth it to you. Like peanut butter is worth it to me. So I would rather have this for 8 points and be on green than have these for 0 points. But it's a decision that you have to make. I can't make that decision for you. If you would rather have potatoes, so you could have both of these potatoes for almost the same. You could have two. So these 2 potatoes for about 2 points more than just this thing of peanut butter. This is your decision though, not my decision. So I'm gonna pick the peanut butter. Because peanut butter makes me happy, and I can make this last 3 meals if I heat it in the microwave and drizzle it. These just make me want more potatoes, but it has to be your decision. Okay, so a couple of questions, because we are going to go over. So what if I don't want to track at all? If you don't want to track at all, if you just absolutely do not want to track, go purple. You need to go purple. And you need to stock your refrigerator and your fridge and your pantry with the purple items so that you can just grab and go, and you can go purple. Remember, I said purple reminded me of Bar Harbor, Maine, because you had a little more time. You had a little more time to think about it. In my opinion, purple is going to take a little more prep work. It's going to take, but you could do it. You could totally do it. If you had the time to prep your food, if you had the time to think about it, if you could make a grocery list, if you were super good at making grocery lists and prepping and planning, then purple may be the plan for you. I don't have time to do it. I don't have time, so I didn't choose purple. I cannot be held accountable. I can't keep myself accountable for things like potatoes, popcorn. I would eat 6 pounds of popcorn. Purple's not for me. I know a ton of you all that are spot on purple. I mean, absolutely. I've seen beautifully prepped meals, for days. It doesn't mean you have to prep your meals. Beautiful vegetables, lots of, really wholesome, like what you think of people that are doing Whole30, what you should be eating. So purple may be for you. What if you eat a lot of convenience foods? That's me. I eat a lot of convenience foods. Look, my lifestyle is, and especially since my dad and my mom and dad both got sick, and then my dad passed away, and then we moved our business, I'm all about it. So I really did like Freestyle, really did like Blue. I loved how it made my body feel because of all the fresh fruits and vegetables and and I was eating a lot of leaner meats and things like that. But I was personally, just me, was gaining weight. So I've been hovering around 10 to 12 pounds over goal for probably, 8-9 months now, just because the speed at which my life moves and the little bit of time. I mean, we seriously came back 30 minutes from Disney on Ice, and this was our free day before we started the chat. So Team Green is the best for me because I need to be able to eat out when I have to. I'm still making good choices, when I eat out, but I just need the luxury of being able to move that stuff around, however I can. If you loved Freestyle though, if you loved the print, what if I love the plan I'm already on? If you loved Freestyle, stick with it. Stick with it. I think Freestyle is probably the best for your tummy. Just saying, because there's only so many days I can eat peanut butter cups, but Freestyle is probably the best. One of the best for your tummy. If you love lean meats, lean proteins, tofu, my tofu lovers out there, I think it's Blue's an awesome plan for you all. Couple of concerns that people were having. Portion sizes. Please do still pay attention to portion sizes. Even if you're purple, even if you're not tracking, please pay attention to portion sizes. If you fix yourself 1 serving of something and you're still hungry and you go back and get a second serving, you'll eat 2 servings. You might eat 2 servings. You might eat 1, you might eat 2. If you fix yourself 2 servings, if you're me, you're going to eat 2 servings. I will eat whatever I put on my plate. I do not ever send anything back to the kitchen, okay? So please just be aware that even if you're not tracking, please be aware of portions. And we do have a chat about portion control if you want to go back and look at that. Real quick, because you do have homework for tonight, so don't leave. There's 134 of y'all right now. Don't leave. One major concern people had was what do you do about foods that you've already saved or that you already tracked? Let me show you real quick. So right now, I have my tracker on green. So right now, I am on Team Green. If I go to my food, and if I go to my recipes, right now, all of my recipes are calculated in green. So right now, they're calculated for green. But let's say if I think, oh man, I really need to take, I need to take a week and I need to just do purple. You can go back to your settings. So you go to your picture up there, then touch the little gear and then go to food settings and you can change the food plan. And I'll just for fun, I will put it on purple. So I'm going to put it on purple. I'm going to click select plan and I'm going to say yes, that's really the plan I want to change to. And it says, great, now you're on purple. You tell it done, go back. I'm going to go back to my recipes. And when I go back to my recipes, and you can do this, for any of the colors, but when I go back to my recipes, now all of my recipes are done with purple points value. So if it was something that had beans in it, like my taco soup that I made last week, it's, I think it's 3 points on purple or blue, and it's 5 points on green. So you can definitely go back and forth and do that. Another big question people had was, what do I do about material that I've already purchased or downloaded or printed or whatever from another site like Drizzle Me Skinny, like If You Have an Egg? I am going back and changing all of mine, but I'm changing them concurrently with the updating of the blog, of the website. So it's going to take me a little while to do mine. People like Drizzle Me Skinny, she is starting to go back and update hers. I do not know about Emily Bites, but I know a lot of the bigger ones are going back and adding them. People like Skinny Taste, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but she does not put points values in her cookbooks. So she doesn't put points values in her cookbooks, but it has all the nutritional value so that you can go back and calculate it. The only thing you're going to want to be aware of is you might have to calculate if it's got 0 point foods, depending on which plane you're on. You may have to do a little bit of adjusting there. But most everybody is going back and changing them. Oh yeah, and Hungry Girl is changing hers as she's posting them. Thank you, Haley, for reminding me about that. Yeah, and Gail says Emily Bites is too. Oh, Emily just finished. Okay. Obviously, Emily, Drizzle Me Skinny Kate, Skinny Taste, all of those people, they obviously have probably employees, or that's what they do as their time. Please remember, it's just me and Casey. It's just me and Casey. So, well, now Jessica's going to be helping us, but we have to feed Jessica the data. She can't just make it up on herself. Okay, and let me think. Was there one more? So the changing, your homework, duh. Okay, real quick, your homework, because John, Alyssa, and Dusty should be back just any second. So here's your homework. I just showed you how to do it. Your homework is to take one meal, so your favorite meal, whatever that is, or your favorite recipe. You don't have to do both of them. Thank you, my Christy. So you do not have to do both of these. So either your favorite meal or your favorite recipe. And I want you to do exactly what I just did. I want you to go into your app. And I want you to try, and I want you to see what your favorite meal or your favorite recipe is on all 3 plans. That's your homework. And tag me in it. So mine, for example, again, remember I talked about the taco soup. So we have had taco soup like 3 times already this week. So I have one version of my taco soup that on purple is 0. And another version, the one that has meat in it, the one serving is 2 on purple. If I change it to blue, it is still 0 or it's 3 points. Oh, and she's back. And if it's green, it is 3 points and 5 points. So, Alyssa, you can come here. Come here. We'll see if we can get her up here. But anyway, so that is your homework for this week. Do not forget to tag. Dusty's definitely already up here. Don't forget to tag me in it. So I want you to, what I just did, pick either your favorite meal or your favorite recipe. Get it put into your app, and I want you to try it just how I showed you how to change it. I want you to calculate what it is on purple, green, and blue. I really think that's going to open your eyes as to which plan you might want to be on, why you should be open to all 3 plans, because there will be times in your life when you may need, you know, all 3 plans. Don't change every day. Please don't, and please don't change within the week. Please try to stay on at least any one you pick at least a week. Okay, so is everybody unconfused? So if give me a thumbs up if you are at least, if your confusion level has at least gone to here, or if you're not confused at all, or if you were on the fence and now you're over the fence about which color you're going to try first. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, and please do your homework. Remember to tag me in it. And you know what? I think they kicked Dusty out and left. I was going to let y'all say hi to Alyssa. But anyway, so tag me in your homework. And Casey just asked if she can get an Alyssa pick. Casey, we're having our chat. You're going to have to hold on for a second. But anyway, do your homework. Tag me in it. You all relax. There's a lot of thumbs ups. So I think you all are doing great. And remember, if you have questions, please continue to ask them. You all know I get up at like 3:30 in the morning. So I'll look through them. But if anybody is still confused, please, please, please. And I'm so sorry that I snapped earlier when we had the question about the egg whites. I did not mean to snap. I knew it's not that there's any, it's not that I'm upset. It's not that I'm upset. It's just, it can be so confusing, especially when something comes up as 0. It can be so easy to say, oh, it's 0. Because that would be your natural inclination. So anyway, just take your time, go slow. Nothing's, you know, none of us gained this weight. You know, none of us gained our weight, you know, in a week. So there's nothing to say that we can't take a week, 2 weeks, however long we need, and kind of ease into this. But I really do think it's the best plans ever, the best group of plans ever. I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited to be on Team Green this week. So again, no team's going to win. Green just is, you know, is the best option for me. But let me know how you're doing. Everybody do your homework and tag me. Whew, if you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe or watch the next video. I really need to figure out which one that is. I think it's watch the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, if you subscribe, to hit the little bell so that you'll know when the next video is up. And then over here, if you want to order one of our spread shirts, please do share this with people. I talk to somebody almost every day who is too far from a meeting, doesn't have a meeting. You know, I talk to somebody almost every single day that that needs this. So please share it. They're free. They're absolutely free. So y'all have a great evening, and I'll try to sneak an Alyssa picture to you. Bye, Sandra from Chicago. So I'll try to sneak an Alyssa picture to you all. And if you were new, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to say hi to you. But please still give us a shout out, because I'll say hi to you later. You'll have a great week, and relax. Just relax. It'll all be okay. So Team Green, Team Blue, Team Purple, high five. I will see you all next week. Good night.